Hi, everyone. This is Emily uh, coming to you from LA right now. I am in an Airbnb. This Airbnb was paid for by my last crowdfunding campaign. So, my last crowdfunding campaign was about fundraising for my album. However, I ended up using those funds. Of course, it'll all support my album in the long run. I still ended up using those funds towards myself as a recording artist, but it wasn't specifically for the album. So initially, one of the first things I used those funds for was studio time. I had finally found a studio back home in Nova Scotia, a fantastic spot, 15 minutes from my house, a really great guy to work with in the studio, um, and the process was going well. Like everything was fine. And I would love what I would hear in the studio, but I'd go back home and I wouldn't like quite how things were coming out. And I did some mic research and came to find that just for my type of voice, I need a better mic. I need a certain type of mic. Every singer is a little bit different. What a singer needs versus what a rapper needs versus the genre you're in, all the type of tone of voice. I have 10 years of operatic training, so I am way acoustically sensitive. Not that you can blame everything on a mic and a set of headphones. You can't. You have to come in warmed up. You have to be prepared. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to put your best foot forward. And you have to have skill. But there comes a point where everything you're hearing back, you hate. And I just can't continue to work that way. So there was a collab in particular that I was working on that nothing was coming out right just because of the type of tone that I needed. And I was really trying my hardest to manipulate it. It just wasn't coming out right. But for another collab, that particular mic worked fine because it was a different type of thing. There was more of a gospel element. And so anyway, this mic is going to solve all the issues. So thank you to everyone who has donated, to everyone who has shared this campaign, to everyone who wishes me well. I can't thank you enough. It's such an emotional, touching, humbling experience for every donation that comes in. It really is. Hearing from people even that I haven't heard from in a couple years, we've just lost touch. And it's a beautiful thing, and I can't thank you enough. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my last campaign because I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm using the funds for. So studio time, playlist pitching. That means paying someone to pitch my songs to Spotify playlists. That increases my listeners, increases my streams, which in turn increases my revenue, increases my royalties that I end up getting. Part of the reason I'm in this Airbnb, you're like, why are you in an Airbnb? Here is why. Because I'm kind of popular in San Francisco area now. And so I have the same problem there that I have when I'm back home. Good problems, don't get me wrong. But everybody needs me. I'm wanted, needed for everything. So being tucked away here, I've been able to get a lot of work done because I can just go at it behind a screen. It's not a total realistic way to keep going forward. It's not something I'm going to continue doing, but it really is smart for right now. I've been able to get a lot done. I'm taking some professional development courses, essentially e-commerce for musicians. I have tons of musical training. You never stop learning, but I have 10 years of operatic training. I'm a skilled vocalist, so check mark on that. I spent my 20s doing that. I have figured out, as far as I can to this point, I mean, you're always evolving as an artist, but I've figured out myself as an artist, and and I have a lot left to learn. I have some micro niching to do, as I've been learning in one of my courses I'm taking. But I'm on the path, and as far as the production process and creating music and the quality and the standard I need to be at, I've figured that out. I'll always be getting better, but at least I can navigate those waters now and I'm fine. So right now my focus is business development. Most musicians, including myself, don't think like business people. But I have been really working hard, very hard on changing my mentality because I need to be able to make a living doing this. And thanks to the internet, it's never been more possible. If it wasn't possible, I would have honestly, seriously considered just not giving up on music entirely, but I certainly wouldn't be pursuing being a recording artist this diligently in this, stubbornly. But it's more possible than ever. So I'm taking some e-commerce courses. One of from Savvy Musician Academy, there's this awesome woman named Leah McHenry. I identify with her. She homeschools. She's made her living exclusively online. She has an incredible story. I don't want to talk too long. So flights, paying my engineers, producers, other types of promotional services, including radio. I haven't had to pay for all radio play. I've been blessed to have people play my song just because they want to play it, which is awesome. But believe it or not, a lot of the top 40 you hear around, the reason why it's top 40 is because big labels have paid for radio play. Yes, they have. There's a little secret for you. Things like pictures, lyric video, website creation, just tons of setup costs. So all of that, even though it didn't go towards my album, because my album is going to come out next year instead, I had to revamp my plan. But I wanted to assure you that for those of you who donated to my previous campaign, it has all been used for recording artist endeavors. I didn't go and take it and buy new designer shoes or do crazy stuff. So thank you. I can't thank you enough. I'll be in touch. I can't wait to show you the mic when I get it. I'm only $200 away from getting that mic. The headphones will be a big pivotal part of that as well. I decided if I'm going to get an amazing mic, I may as well get an amazing set of headphones. And instead of getting a pair, hating it in a year, and then having to get more. So I'm doing my best to be as cost effective as possible, respecting your dollars and mine. And just thank you so much. I hope you're all well. Follow me on Instagram if you want to get really well updated. That's probably my best spot right now. I'm actually taking an Instagram course too on how to just kind of keep myself well branded, and all from the same woman. And I'm going to be taking another Spotify. I am taking a Spotify for a musician's course, and I am going flat out right now. And I'm thankful that I can, and I'm thankful that I know which way I have to go. I have a lot left to learn. My brain is already like this, but anyway, I just want to say thank you. Please know that I'm working my butt off, that I will continue to do so, that I'm determined, and this isn't a cute hobby for me. I'm very serious about making this work, and I will. I'm 38 and feeling great, and I have a daughter to think about, and I really don't have time to, let's try this and see how it works. No, it has to work. It's going to work. I'm going to make it work. I'm putting in the work, and I will be a creative artist who is also a businesswoman. Both need to happen. So I just wanted you all to know that, and I wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And I'll stop this video now before I start crying. Thank you. I love you. See you all back in Canada soon.